Hello, Pisces Sun, Cancer Rising. My name's Tanya, and I'm doing a month ahead reading for you. I'm going to be doing 12 cards, one per month, plus a card from the bottom of the deck. And as I lay these out, and as I read them, I'll be just doing them as months 1, 2, 3, etc. through 12. That does not necessarily mean January through December. I'm recording this in March, so that you could use March as your first month, April as your first month, or depending on, whatever month works for you at the time that you're seeing this video. Do what feels right for you. Now, some things about you. With a Cancer rising, you may be seen as somebody who is very connected to their family, very emotionally invested, or who gets very emotionally invested in people, in places, in situations, and also a bit of the mother figure. And with Pisces, with your sun most likely in the ninth house, that won't be true for everyone, but most of you will have Pisces in your ninth house, which is the house of philosophy, religion, long distance travel. You may be drawn to philosophies that focus on intuition, on emotions. And for religions, you may be very much interested emotionally to religions with stories or connections that draw you in emotionally. And for travel, long distance travel, you like to travel to places that make you feel good, that bring out that happiness and joy, that don't have a lot of darkness to them, if you will, or it's not all educational, right? It's enjoyable. It's about fun. That's your idea of a long vacation. Now let's look at the cards. For the card from the back of the deck, the bonus card, the Four of Cups. Cups are about our emotions. It's a water element and our intuition. You would definitely have an affinity with Pisces and Cancer energy. So you have that double water whammy right there. And you'd be very influenced by the moon. The moon would be your chart ruler with that Cancer rising. So that could be a lot of the focus over this next year too. Okay, sorry. Back to the Four of Cups here. This is where maybe you're just feeling kind of blasé about life, about where you're at, what you're doing. Just this boredom or meh, I could be doing something better type of energy. Don't get yourself sucked into that. There is more out there for you. You just have to turn around and look. As long as you keep focusing on the boring parts, on the parts that don't energize you, on the parts that you wish you could change, that's where your energy is going to go. You want to direct your energy at what excites you, what raises you up, what energizes you. So dream, turn around and look at things, look at the cup from a half full perspective instead of the half empty perspective. Right? Look at the possibilities that are out there. If you weren't doing what you're doing right now, which is boring you, what would you do? What are the possibilities there? Let yourself feel that excitement. Let that energy enter into your field, and let yourself feel that and start attracting that type of energy to you. Now let's get into the individual months. I'm going to set this over here. We're starting out here with the Page of Cups. Pages are fresh energy. It's invigorating. It is naive, innocent. Somebody or an energy where there isn't a lot of experience yet. They haven't had any pain or, aches and pains yet, if you will. No growing pains yet, right? It's the possibility. It's at that state of possibility right now. And they're eager and excited about what might come. And the cups are about our emotions. We've already talked about that. So if you think of the page as young energy, fresh energy, this could be a young person in your life who has some information for you, or who brings you some information or just says something that triggers a memory, triggers a feeling, um, that inspires you to try something new. So this is somebody who's going to do or say something where you go, "Oh, I've never thought of it that way. I am intrigued. I wish to try this. Let me go explore this option." That kind of energy for you here in this first month. Now, moving on to the second month, the Judgment card. This is a major arcana card, and this is about leveling up. And because it's a major arcana, oh my goodness, a major arcana card, this is going to be a significant shift in one area of your life. It's a big theme. It's not little mundane daily stuff. This is something major where you're leveling up. So this could be a promotion. This could be spiritual development. And for some reason, I'm getting what is I want to say acolyte, but you're moving up from an acolyte like status to the next level. And the word's not coming to me, but you're no longer the student, you're becoming the teacher. That type of energy is what I'm feeling for you here in month 2. And then in month 3, we have another major arcana card. This time it is the death and rebirth card. This is a card of transformation. You're ending one thing and beginning something new. You're ending one cycle and beginning a new cycle. Um, I feel like this is strongly related to this judgment card here. Okay, so the flow is you get this inspiration, this idea, this thought, this thing that shifts your perspective in such a way that you gain a new understanding of the world, of work, of some area that causes you to be recognized in that way or to have this leveling up moment where you're no longer seen as the student, but more as the teacher, as the expert, as the go to person. And because of that, that could lead to a promotion, a complete change in job or career. This could also be related to home life in some way. But it is a very transformative experience for you. What are some examples that I could give you? Like moving out of your parents' house into your own place, moving out of an apartment into a home that you've purchased, um, going from the intern to a paid position. Have I already said a promotion? Going from supervisor to manager. Those types of shifts, but significant enough that they have a big impact on your life. So it isn't a little raise, it'd be a big raise. And coming from like a small apartment to a bigger home, it's a big change. And you own it. You're responsible for a number. It's a shift in responsibilities, not just a role. There we go. Which now flows right into the Ace of Pentacles. Pentacles are an earth element. This can be about your home, work, or finances, or all three bundled into one. So we've done this leveling up. We've transitioned to a new area, a new place, a new job, a new something where it was significant change. And now we have the Ace of Pentacles, which is about new beginnings, planting the seeds for the future, coming up with some fresh perspective on something. But this just feels it's related, it's feeling and being in the newness of where you're at now. You're in a place where you can see how these changes are going to impact your future, how these seeds, these new beginnings have shifted your life in a major way. And now you're on a whole new path than what you thought you would be 3 or 4 months ago. It's kind of a swift and abrupt change, but all good. And then we have the Ace of Wands, another ace, another quick, active card. The ace or wands are a fire element, so bold, vivacious, active, movement, passionate, opinionated in a way, right? They're not afraid to say what they're feeling, what they are thinking. They're willing to go off on any adventure, very adventurous spirit. This person has an idea. I got a new idea. I think we should try this. Let's go for it. That kind of energy. Like, oh, what if we, a lot of aha moments for you, I guess, is what I'm feeling for month 5. So pentacles are slower energy. So this was more about sitting in that moment, sitting with that energy, sitting with the seeds that you've planted. Ace of Wands is about going off on an adventure. So maybe you're planning a vacation because your circumstances have changed enough that you can afford to maybe go on a little vacation. Where do you want to go? What adventure do you want to have? There's a lot of fun and excitement in exploring the different possibilities with that and starting to plan it. That's what I have for you for month 5. For month 6, we have the Queen of Wands. She is confident in what she's capable of. She knows what she's capable of. She has no problem with that. She can give some great solid advice on how to get started on something, how to initiate things. She has no problem sharing her abilities, what she's capable of, showing off. That's what's coming through. Don't be afraid to show off your accomplishments, your progress, because that's going to be an inspiration for others who were where you were several months ago. You're the inspiration for change in the lives of others. So when they come seeking advice from you, share your experience. Be open about it. Share your struggles too. Share what inspired you to make these changes, to go for it. Be the queen that you are and lead others to similar success. I like that. Okay. And then we have the 8 of Cups. This one is about walking away, going out on your own, forging your own path. It's about leaving behind the emotional drama of the past or of some specific relationship, maybe a pattern that keeps coming up over and over. And now you've recognized it and you're leaving that behind. You're not going to let it hold you back anymore. You're not going to let it get in your way. You are ready to move on, and you do. That's what we have here in month 7. In month 8, as a result of that, this feels like very much my hands are warm, so that's an indicator to me. This feels very much like you standing in your power, self-compassion, self-care, being strong in where you are and where you stand. But at the same time, having compassion for those you've left behind, but recognizing also that you can't make them move, you make them evolve, make them change. You can only focus on yourself. So you have compassion for them, but you're not tied to them in a way that you feel like you have to go back and support them. You're very much focused on what you need to do, on your power. Just it's your power a lot. And giving yourself grace and compassion. Because it looks easy, right? It sounds easy to do this moving on, but there is some healing to be done. There's some behavior to change. And all you can do is work with yourself. Be strong for yourself and take care of yourself. So that's what I'm feeling for you here in month 8. In month 9, this could be tricky. And I'm seeing that's what the theme is here. Okay. So it's like you have two parts of your year, or two distinct halves for your year for sure. This is all here is triggered by this 8 of Cups, is what I'm feeling now when I look at this line. So having the strength to move on and giving yourself the time, the space, the compassion needed to process that here in month 8. In month 9, it's reminiscing the fond memories, the things that you enjoy remembering about the past, although it may bring up and trigger some other things, some traumas or some old pains or anger. But month 9 here is about reminiscing, remembering the past, thinking about things that have happened, how they happened, who they happened with, etc. Your experiences in these things, these relationships that you let go. And then we move into month 10 where we're still processing this. This is a 5 of Cups. Cups or fives are about challenges, complications, little tests along the way in life where the universe, the divine wants to know, are you really ready to move on? Can you overcome this moment? This person in the 5 of Cups is so focused on what happened in the past before they walked away, what brought something that got triggered or brought up by this reminiscing in month 9. In month 10, they can't stop thinking about it. And they're having trouble letting it go. There's this need to have some sort of maybe formal release or a cord cutting or something so that you can take your focus off of what happened in the past. It's not part of who you are now. It's not part of your future. This is already done and gone. There's a need to recognize that and to put it firmly into the past so you're not still holding it as you're moving forward. You're not still carrying that burden. So there's releasing this stuff and letting all those cups lie where they may, and then turning your focus to this full, beautiful cup that you have before you that is there to support you, that is full of good energy. It's full of nourishment for you, for your soul, for your emotions. So there's something that you're going to need to be able to find or do or need to look for that can help you release. Because it's not going to be, you're going to kind of be in this stuck, this place, right? Focused on these cups that happened before or this life here that you've now walked away from. So this cup, here, that's where you need to turn your focus. That's where your future is. Turn your gaze to the future or the present moment too, because these are no longer part of your present. They're part of your past. Now there's going to be some struggle with this, right? You may stir things up and have more memories or just have anger. You may feel betrayal. You may feel just some gut-wrenching pain, even a little bit of heartbreak here in month 11. This is where you're really going to dive in deep to the hard stuff and have to process it. Have to dig it up, bring it up to the light so you can see it clearly. It may not be as bad as you think it is. Swords are an air element, and it's about communication, our thoughts and our beliefs. Something isn't what you thought it was. It's essentially what's happening here. And there's this sense of disbelief, of, again, the anger, the frustration, the hurt. Dive deep into that. Don't get sucked into it, but look at it. Try to take a step back and look at it objectively. to try to understand the circumstances at the time that it happened, because this is not your current reality. That's what I'm feeling. This is not your current reality. There's this sense of betrayal for something that happened in the past that you're only just now understanding, but that's been done for a long time. And the people involved, you already let that go back here, but there's still going to be anger and sadness. And don't feel bad or angry at yourself here. You live in the moment, right? You put your trust and your love, you're all in. Your emotions are there with them, supporting them. You just now understand you weren't getting that same support. And it hurts to recognize that, to acknowledge that. And this is needing to process that, to let yourself feel it, to understand it, so that you can truly release it and set yourself free. But you do need to process it and let yourself feel it, name it, and then let it flow out of your body. Have a good cry, go for a run, whatever it is that helps you physically process. That's going to help you here. A bath for you, or 2 or 3, might help with all that water we have going on. And it could be 2 just because your chart is ruled by the moon. Um, Set yourself up a little ritual or something on the full moon in this month. Full moons are for releasing, and that might really help you, is to process it and really deal with it and have some sort of formal little ritual for you that you do on the full moon to help move past this. And then in month 12, make sure you're giving yourself some self-care. This was kind of a rough 6 months for you here, or 4 months, right? Month 8 here was not too bad. This was felt very freeing and confidence building. But then there's that stirring of the pot with their memories and things, and really churning and making you process and dig deep into the shadows in order to heal. And now you can take care of yourself. Go on what do I want to do here? Go on a midnight swim if that helps you. And then what's the other thing? A spa day. Have a spa day, whether it's at home with a few very close friends, by yourself with candlelight and DoorDash in, or order food in, or whatever it is. Take yourself out on a date. I feel like this is something you should do solo, although you can do it with a partner or good friends. But take care of yourself, your body, your mind, your soul during month 12. It's healing. It's a month of healing for you. So indulge and allow yourself the time to just be and heal. Okay. Pisces Sun, Cancer rising. Two very distinct halves of the year ahead. But you will survive it. You will get through it, and you will be much better off and feeling much better about life in general, I think, by the end of this year. Please hit that like button, and please hit subscribe to help me grow my channel. That's one of my goals. Thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you later.